I don't even know how to upgrade, honestly. Is it hard?
Probably take an edge.
Alright. How you do that?
Because I think if you took a speed edge, it would reduce the cost of a lot of your attacks.
If I did that, I added a speed edge.
If you need it. I don't know if you need it or not. I'd have to look at your character sheet.
Okay.
What do you think, Jolly?
Let's take a look.
Sorry to bother you guys.
Let it's in the character sheet there. What do you do, buddy?
I'm a seeker.
Yeah, he's kind of like Kitty Pryde from X-Men. He can walk through walls.
Oh right, I remember. You need intellect for that, right?
Or maybe,
yeah.
or maybe increase your pools because they're a bit low.
Yeah, you could just take stats, buddy.
So I just add 2 to my pool.
Now you add 4 and you distribute those 4 points how you want.
Okay.
Right, Mater?
Right.
You think I should add it under might?
You could. That's the first place you
whatever you
take
want.
damage, but yeah, wherever you want.
Alright, that's what I
Remember,
did.
some of your abilities, a lot of your abilities take intellect.
Okay, where do I put? Oh, okay.
Yeah, either intellect or speed.
You can always add,
Oh, his attacks, right?
you can always add 1 to speed, 1 to intellect, and 2 to might. Then you aren't so squishy anymore. Since you normally like to run up to the enemies and fight, also might be good to have a lot.
I had 2 to might and 2 to intellect.
That works.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
We're good.
And also, at the bottom of your sheet, you will see advancements. Some other or added for you.
Yeah, I added it in.
I think your might was originally 10, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I think you're right. So I'll take that down to 12. So 2. Thanks for showing me that. I don't want to cheat. All right, so we're good. Ready to roll. Ready to rock and roll.
Right.
Do we rest?
Not yet.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright, so where we last left off, y'all took shelter from a electrical storm, and it was getting to be later in the evening, so y'all were gonna hunker down in these ruins. So I guess now that we got the XP out of the way, we should figure out how you're going to go about resting. You're going to use shifts.
Well, I mean, Kato's on watch all night.
I can take the last. I can take a shift in the middle, since I have no problem seeing at the night, which you do, Kato. Can only see as far as the light is, right?
Yeah, but I can listen.
Yeah, but I have no issues with the darkness.
I mean, well, I'll be up anyway, if you are.
Yeah.
But before that, I wanted to make one quick check.
Sure.
This is a difficulty 0.
Don't roll a 1.
First check of the day.
It's
Hooray!
difficulty
Hooray,
minus
you got
2,
it, Ross.
if you'll notice.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. So if anything would reduce the thing to a 0, then you wouldn't even have to roll. You just automatically
Yeah,
succeed.
yeah.
So.
Just thought it was funny that I got it to -2.
It's nice to see it though. It cracks me up.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyone else wants to use their recovery rolls up to the 10-hour one,
Mm-hmm.
y'all can go ahead and do that to recover some of your pools.
Okay.
Well, you get everything back when you sleep anyway, so. Right?
That's if you get a full night's rest, Jen. That's what I'm saying. Don't do the 10-hour roll until we get to the part where you wake up.
I can use one action.
I'm all good. I think we were pretty healthy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corvin and
I'm not
Ferrum
sure
had
who got hit
some
by the light.
damage, and T-Bone has a little damage on him.
Yeah, but if I get 3 hours rest, I'll be fine.
Alright, because you cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice ability.
Yeah, just might and speed though.
Okay, and
You're
while
like the
y'all are,
opposite of me.
Good. I'm fully healed.
Yeah, pretty much.
2 rolls healed me completely.
while you are setting up camp, the storm passes over you. Sky clears up. You can see the tiny little moon in the sky as night comes on full, and looking up, staring at it, you can actually see the mysterious green band that goes across part of its surface. It's kind of a rare occasion for that to be seen on the moon. Nobody in the ninth world knows what that green band is. And for context, for us
It's like
real
Aurora
world,
Borealis.
no, it's kind of reflective, kind of
Means we
shiny.
need a spaceship to go check it out.
And for us real world people, the moon is actually a lot smaller than it is currently.
So it's further away.
Yeah, it's
Or is
little-
it just a
it's
smaller rock?
It's further away. Earth got knocked off of its rotation axis, and I think the moon is now a little further away. So that's one of the reasons why the world now has 28-hour days. It's got a slower rotation. And
Cool.
if I can get Kato, since you're on watch, everyone else is sleeping, give me a level 4 intellect check.
Is this perception?
Yeah.
Because I am trained in that today.
That helps.
Ooh.
Oh,
Excellent.
yes. So you notice down south, far in the distance, you hear some sound and see some movement, and it sounds like a lot of marching feet.
Okay.
And
Whose foot's closest to me?
it looks like Ferrum's probably closest to you.
Okay. Well, I ping Corvin as I do, and I'll just grab Aram's foot.
I wake up.
I also wake up.
And I ready my spear and my shield.
I also wake up T-Bone when I noticed that
And
you were reacting to something.
I'm just gonna move here and like prepare. Keep an eye out.
I get my shield up and want to move around to the opening.
Yeah.
Wait. Where's half cover? Would over here be half cover?
Yeah, you could probably get some half cover off of that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna attempt to stealth there.
Alright, give me a. I'm gonna say, I guess stealth would be speed.
Yep.
And just no difficulty, just unless you're trained in it. Just give me a straight roll and let me know if you're trained.
I get an asset because of that cloak if I'm in half cover.
Oh, true. Actually, yeah.
Nice.
Let's do be a difficulty 3.
Well, you aren't in cover yet. You're moving to cover, so.
No, I moved there and now I'm stealthing.
Okay, sorry.
And do a difficulty 3 for this stealth check.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do a roll effort on that one.
You still would have passed.
You're the man.
Okay, so you're stealthed. And a couple minutes have passed, and in the distance way down here, you see what look like moving shapes. It looks like a lot of people.
Could you ping that again?
Like
I'm
human
sorry.
size?
Yeah.
Or little?
Yeah, in the way is far. It was actually further because of the map, but for the
Did you
To the south?
yeah, it's far to the south, and you see what looks like and with the sound of all the feet, it sounds like it may be like an army marching through the brush, heading in your direction.
Yeah, but were they like small shapes or were they
It's like
normal size?
kind of human size. It's
army.
it's like really far out. You can't really judge perfectly.
How dark is it? Is it like pitch black or is there some vision?
There's some vision. The moon's out. The stars are out.
How cold was it? Was it cold enough that we would have kept the fire burning, or would we have just let it go out?
You probably would have kept the fire. It's a little chilly.
I guess I'll try and move closer to get a better view.
I'm gonna put the fire out.
Good idea. You need a,
So
you
I'll
need
just-
a hand?
Move up one lot.
Corbin, do you need a hand?
If you're inside there, I think you're still inside. We're all technically inside the building, except for Kato.
Yeah,
I'm gonna move over here
I'm gonna help put out the fire.
and try to stay hidden behind this half-fallen building.
I'm just trying to move up and stay hidden and try and see what's going on.
Alright, so as you get there, you get a little better view of it, and it's not actually people at all. It seems to be some sort of many-legged creature, a very large creature that's kind of hunkered close down to the ground, and the protrusions on his back are what seemed like people great distance.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Looks like a giant centipede.
Kind of.
Oh,
There's a mini.
like the things we fought before?
No different.
Alright.
Oh man.
Does it look hostile? Has it noticed us?
It does seem to be moving its head around like it's sniffing out something.
Alright, well, I'm gonna ready an attack and just wait. Oh, that's nasty.
And why don't we go ahead and roll initiative versus a level 3.
Remember to click your tokens.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Level.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, nice initiatives.
Yeah, not bad. Go, buddy. Natural 20.
And why don't everyone give me a difficulty 2 intellect check?
Okay.
Why?
See if you remember something about this.
Well, I can't see it, so I won't roll. Since it's more than 50 feet.
All
away.
right, yeah, he's blind.
Can we use
forgetting that.
Numenera on that, or just intellect?
Just history or knowledge. This is something you may have heard.
Okay, it's just intellect.
Good job, man. Woo!
Okay, so doesn't exactly pertain to Buddy, but we'll say that Buddy may have come across some peregrines in the past before he met up with you guys. But you remember hearing the peregrines talking about things attacking the cairns. Supposed to be the safe place.
All right.
Armies
Yeah.
or something. Some creature. This seems like this may be what it was.
Okay. I'll just like tell everyone what I saw, or at least tell Colvin.
Okay, so
We put that fire out
Yeah, fire's out.
Yeah.
before we rolled initiative. So, I guess the only person I can relate to is T-Bone. And so, but yeah, that's it. I just tell T-Bone.
So is it visible to everyone except Farm at the moment? Or
yeah.
is it just Kato?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
You should all see it.
Makes it easier. At least Farm can see T-Bone going out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's do the description. It's a slug-like. Its slug-like main body is wide and flat. It's got crusty extrusions on its back that grow from 5 to 6 feet in height.
Wow.
It's known as what people mistake for the bandits. Its lower half can be as large as 10 square feet, and it takes on the color of the ground below it. And Kato, give me a difficulty 3 perception check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you notice.
Do I get anything with that?
No, this is just a scanning of the
Yeah.
the creature's physical form. You notice something strange about its head, and I particularly bring this out because this isn't actually what the creature looks like. It's just a creature I pulled off of the net. It actually doesn't have what looks like a mouth or eyes. Maybe eyes, but yeah, no mouth on it on the front part of
Does
its
it-
head.
Does it eat?
It's a mystery to you.
Probably
We can actually see the name of the creature at the bottom, just so you know.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Is also in the
But it has no mouth. And these purple things go 6 feet high.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's like a giant
Actually,
porcupine.
yeah, it doesn't really specify how tall the creature is, but yeah, it's a 5. The spikes themselves are 5 to 6 feet. So if it were walking sideways in the distance, you would look like people walking across a ridge line or something.
Don't want to get spiked by one of them.
So, T-Bone, you're up.
I'll let an arrow fly at it.
How far is that? That's short. That's long range, isn't it? Yeah.
Hey, he should be able to shoot long range with it.
Yeah. What's
If you don't move closer to.
You can move 10 feet.
Oh crap! Sorry.
Well, he nailed it.
It doesn't matter. Never mind.
He nailed it.
But he's rolling hot today.
So yeah, you can do 4 extra points of damage with that if you want.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
That's 2 20s in a row there, buddy.
Oh, no kidding! I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
should get hard for that. Just kidding.
mine than yours. That was great. Let's keep it up.
That was a nice hit.
Do you take the extra damage, T-Bone, or?
Yeah, you did a total of 8 points of damage to that.
Wow.
And so yeah, you can also move if you wish.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to move like out here.
Right?
I'm trying to reach this.
Orvin, you're up.
Nail it, dude. Nail it. You got this.
That's a little out of my range.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's the range on your gun? Say?
You can't mind
No.
blast it, but maybe you can shoot it.
I can try to shoot it. It doesn't really give a
No.
range.
It says short range.
Oh, short
Oh,
range.
damn.
I will hold my action then.
Alright.
If it moves closer, I'll attack.
Okay. It's gonna go here. What's the throw range? Is it short range for throwing?
I believe it's short range for throwing.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a spear at it.
Let's see, spears. May even say for spears.
Might sound
Oh,
a javelin.
it says it can be thrown up to a long range.
Oh, wow. Okay, what difficulty?
That would be a 3.
Alright. Damn.
And the spear actually flies through the air and bangs off what would be considered its head, its bulbous protrusion at the front, and it seems to plink off of some armor.
Okay. I'll just whip out another spear and get ready.
And Ferrum, your turn.
I'm gonna move closer. 10 feet.
You can move up to short range in one turn, right?
Yeah, if you're not
If
going to
I
take an
use
action.
an
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still too far away to
Yeah.
even see it.
I know you guys. I know T-Bone has engaged something, so I know something is down there.
You see me yet? Oh, barely.
Uh,
Damn.
I can't see you at all. Oh, there's no barely. It's like
Just out of range.
My
Yeah,
cape
exactly.
flicked in for a second.
I'm just gonna wait, and if I see an enemy, I'm gonna use that encouragement, and both T-Bone and Corvan will get an does it say
And does it say what the
pick.
range is on it?
short range? They are within short range of me.
Okay.
I will
Yeah.
reduce the difficulty. Well, I can
Yep.
use it.
You have to pick what they do it to.
Yeah, attacks.
Okay.
Well, I can do it now, anyways. I don't have to wait to just do it.
I was gonna say it lasts how long?
Doesn't say.
It's a concentration.
As long as he
basically.
keeps
Yeah, as
speaking.
long as he's maintaining it. So every round, he would have to use his action to say, "I continue orating." Doing my
Speaking.
orientation. Those fancy words. Instead of taking an attack action, he just speaks. You guys got it.
Right.
Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it.
Alright, so that's all you're doing. Then that's the creature's turn. Oh, did I not put it on the right? It goes right there.
He's a slow fella.
That was 10 feet, right?
That's
No,
5.
5.
Five. One more.
Oh, good. I can attack him now.
Actually,
Still seems
it's
to be out of
going.
range.
It's going to use its movement to dash. Going to do like a charge attack, basically. It's going to run just straight over Kato and
Okay.
give me a difficulty 3 speed defense.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do. That was. I couldn't remember to take the effort off.
Do it now, man.
That was a damage effort.
Yeah, it still beats a 3 though. So you're able to dodge out of the way. It's right up on you now.
Mm-hmm.
And T-Bone,
Used to this.
you're up.
I was holding my action.
Oh yeah, you can go ahead and take your shot.
So what was the difficulty?
It's a 3.
Okay,
Well,
that's reduced by 1 from
From me.
Ferrum.
What's that, Ferrum?
Or is it an asset?
No, it
Hey,
reduces the difficulty a step.
Oh.
Yeah, so it would reduce the difficulty by 1. And
Yeah.
then I'm going to use Mind Slice, since I assume I heard it ping off of armor, correct?
You saw my speed bounce off it.
I'll use a point of effort, and I will attack.
It's his force
Great.
choke.
There's
So-
actually a difficulty 2, not 1.
Right, so
it's
that
a 1 because
does-
you reduced it by 1. The difficulty's 2. It's reduced
No,
by
it
1.
was 3.
It's a 1.
It was 3. It said it
Yeah,
was-
but your ability reduced it by 1 to 2.
yeah. But he had the difficulty set to 1. That's what I'm saying. Just,
Oh, a 10 still beats
Oh,
it.
you did there. Yeah, I see it.
yeah, no,
He
that's
succeeded anyway.
yeah, no. But I'm just laying out that shows for the future.
Okay. So that's what you were saying, Ferrum, that you activated your ability.
Well, I just wanted to say that it would reduce the difficulty for him, since he's encouraged by me.
Yeah, you were just cutting out a little bit when Corbin was describing what he was going to do. Just to make sure that's
Alright.
what you said, that you was activating the ability since you held your action.
No, I later said that I used it right away when I rolled the ability.
Okay.
I changed my mind since I can. It lasts for 1 round, so there's no need for me to hold it. I will just use it straight away.
Okay. And now it's T-Bone, right?
Remember to hit your API button. No, Corbin. Can't hit me, buddy. Well, you only hit people in D&D if you're all natural one.
You'll be fine. You can dodge pretty well.
I'd probably have to roll for it anyway. Yes, for you.
Oh. I'm not hearing Buddy. Why? Because I had hit mute.
I think it's because he was on the phone last session.
Alright, so that hits. Ooh, nasty. 4 points of damage.
Yeah, baby.
So it doesn't have armor, or we don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't take the full 4.
Oh, so it doesn't
Still
look-
looks like it took damage then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So
By the
less than
way-
4 armor.
Why does it say Corvin gets +1 in cost? If you look at the cost, it's 3 + 1 minus 2.
Because I have 2 edge.
Oh, but why would the cost be
Because
increased?
it's onslaught, it's his ability.
Okay, so it's still increased. I thought it looked weird just. Since I know edge gives you minus, but it
Yeah,
says
it's
4.
it still counts the cost of his ability though.
Okay.
The math is good, I promise.
Let's just check it.
Yeah, instead of it, so it costs 1 to use it. It costs 3 points because I use an edge, right?
Oh,
It's -2, because, sorry, +3 because I used effort. It's -2 because I have 2 edge, so it equals out to only -2 to my intellect instead of -4.
yeah, I didn't know it's cost 1. That's
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay, so yeah, the creature's taking quite a bit of hitting, and he's just barely got up on one of you.
So is he looking wounded at all, or?
Yeah, he's bleeding.
Okay.
And you gonna move anybody, or are you gonna hold your ground?
I want to move, like, kind of. I'm actually, like, right here. Right here. Can I move it here? Oh, yeah, I can. Right there. So I can still shoot, but I want to be behind cover.
All right.
I'm done. Sorry.
And Corvin, you're up.
Let him
Vision
have-
now? Almost.
I'll attack again.
Nice. Another 2 damage.
Ooh, damage.
That's Mind Slice, so it's straight damage.
Yep.
Ignores armor.
Such a useful skill.
It's pretty cool that it has 2 different effects that I can use.
I just try and unload as much damage as possible.
Yeah.
Same thing. Are you gonna move, or are you gonna hold your ground?
Oh no, I'll stay there. I'm far enough away.
It's gonna step right here.
I'm a distance attacker. I'm good.
Kata's gonna flip his spear around and try and ram it up under this guy's neck.
It's actually You may have to try and time it. We'll say this is a difficulty 4 attack then.
I'm not going for anything special. That was just describing what I was doing.
Okay. Yeah, he's actually, you can't really like see his neck. He's keeping it pretty low to the ground.
That's fine. I'll just stab him in the face. Then.
It's bulbous protrusion.
Yeah.
I'll just step back if that makes it easier for me.
Yeah, if you're not trying to like get underneath it, because it's not really a gap.
No.
between
I
it
was
and the
I
ground.
was just going for an attack. Doesn't matter
If
where I
it-
hit, really.
If he steps back, he get the encouragement from me, since he's within short range.
Oh hey, I will. I'll step into range. Keter did not even know that was a thing right now. But okay. So difficulty 2 now because I'm in range.
Right.
I'm applying a damage effort. Lose it's 7 damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
Rolled exactly what I needed.
That. I'm gonna take a page from Matt Mercer and how do you want to do this?
So does it have eyes?
It yeah, it does have some armor encrusted scaly ridge with some eyes on it.
Okay.
don't see
well,
a
I'm
mouth.
gonna jump back and spin my spear a bit, and then just like with a dashing thrust straight into one of its eyes.
Right. Kato does a big dramatic flourish, twirling the spear around behind his back, his new custom-made half-cloak flapping in the wind, and he lets go with a throw that goes for a perfect arc through the air and straight into its eyeball. Creature lets out a roar, which seems strangely muffled to you, and it
Has no mouth.
starts jerking spasmodically. Its legs are trying to paw at the spear hanging out of its skull, and then it kind of just twitches and rolls over on its side. And then you notice on its underside is a big many-toothed maw. As it finishes its spasms and dies.
That's where it eats from. Okay. Well, I'll try and collect my spears.
I'm gonna move closer to where I think the action is. Can I determine what it is once I see it?
Do you have? Give me a
Like
different-
that. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say like you got any like sort of history type
No,
knowledge?
but the others rolled, an intellect check earlier. I was thinking, since would I do the same?
Yeah, you can do the same thing.
We all passed it. We can just tell you.
Since I see it straight away when I still want to know what it is. Would it be a difficult 3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay. Oh.
I want to poke at it.
The mouth?
Just the creature in general. I'll poke.
Yep, it has a leathery, scaly hide with some armored plates all over it, and the extrusions on its back, it's jumbled pieces of armor and metal and different odds and ends and some bones mixed in.
Anything useful or of value?
Give me
Is it like D&D where you just get half back?
like D&D do what?
Is it with arrows? Is it like D&D where you just get half back whatever you shot?
Yeah. That same rule.
What about my spears? Because they're bigger and more durable.
I'm gonna say that one that bounced off its armor broke. We can get the rest
okay.
of them. Had to dig that one out of its eye.
Yeah.
Right, so yes, you do find some stuff filling around with the items on its back. And let's see, you find 5 things. Now, finding ciphers is a little different than getting them when you first make your character. I mean, you use the cheat sheet.
We found one last session.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of just told you what it was. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do an intellect check to see if you can figure out what the stuff is.
So who's finding this? Is this cat Corbin? Sorry?
Anyone who wants to do a search, Corvin specifically said that he was doing it. You can do the first one. And this will be a difficulty 3 intellect check.
Is that perception?
Does Numenera work on that, or is that different?
Yeah, Numenera would work on this.
Anything magical.
Alright.
It's basically Arcana from D&D.
Barely past that.
Scraping it.
You still get the items, but you get a unknown cipher. And then at some later point, then you'd either use it and then discover what it is, or you'd have to get someone else to try and find it. But this is what you find.
Nice.
And I'm going to just go ahead and say that you find all 5 items, and y'all can figure out amongst yourselves who all wants to try to identify what.
Me and Corbin are trained in Numenera. It's a way advantage.
I will try to determine one of the ciphers since I can see it. What difficulty is it?
Difficulty
I'll give
3.
one a crack as well.
Okay.
It's Numenera?
Yep, if you're trained in Numenera, you can use that.
I got a 17, so I can determine one.
There's 3 left. Oh, 2 left, sorry.
Okay, this is the one that Ferrum. Okay, so that was the friction.
That is on fire.
Nice.
This is the one that Kato found.
Choking gas.
I have kind of the same. A fear bomb, fear gas bomb.
And the gravity nullifying spray is the one that Buddy identified.
Guess I'll check out that last one while I'm at it.
Okay, that should be all of them, right?
You said there was 5. We've only searched 4.
Alright, so you should have a stasis field emitter. I skip one. Oh yeah, okay.
I'm counting 4.
Yeah, I skipped one. Okay, yeah. And so Kato, you just did the finals?
Mm-hmm. Easy enough.
And this is a really nice one. Right there.
Ho! Ho! How long does that last for? 7 hours.
Yeah.
And it becomes a bunch of oddities. That's cool. Like they're miscellaneous little junk stuff.
Yeah, little oddities.
Yeah, that's exactly it, buddy.
Who has any open cipher slots?
I'm willing to swap out one of mine because I don't think I'll use it anytime soon. But Corvin, you've got an extra slot.
I have 3, but they're all full. I can get rid of stuff.
Yeah, you can swap out some.
I'm thinking you'd probably get the best use out of the steed.
Oh, I don't
I
have
can
it.
give up the receiver and the chitin colony. I think I should keep the crystal detonation device.
And you can keep more ciphers than you can safely carry, but you run the risk of bad things happening.
What is that again?
The
Let's
crystal
see.
detonation device.
No, the cipher damage thing.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. It's once per day. If the character is carrying more ciphers than their cipher limit, you roll 1d100 plus 10 per cipher over your limit that you're carrying. Subtract 10 for non-volatile ciphers like pills. And that's something else. If you have any pills on you, that doesn't really count as a cipher. So you can carry pill ciphers and it not count towards your
D100?
maximum. So yeah, it's a D100. And there's a bunch
There's
of
bad
stuff.
things
There's
on
a
that
bunch of
table.
there's a bunch of bad things on the table.
Alright.
From 1 to 60, nothing happens, but from then on, a bunch of things can happen.
I'm Ooh.
gonna replace
Can I
the
Can I
fear
have the
gas.
gravity thing?
Yeah, sure. I was gonna replace my fear gas bomb with the choking gas because
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna take the 2 ciphers that I'm not using, and any ciphers that anyone else is using, and I want to put them in that chest. And I'm gonna dig a hole and bury it.
Yeah, I'm not using any of my ciphers that I got today.
You can keep them for later, though, buddy.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can
You can
switch
keep
them
up
out.
to 2.
Where
Yeah.
do you put them at when you're just?
They're
carrying
on the
it?
ciphers part of your sheet.
Oh, because mine says limit 3, and I have 3.
Yeah, if you don't want to use or keep any of those 3, you can drop them and swap in with one of these new ones.
Okay.
You see something
So we can
that's not been taken yet that you like.
Yeah.
we can
I
have
like that last one.
a balloon the size of a person.
Do what?
We can, with this spray that I got, we can make anything the size of a person that's not alive a balloon
That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
forever.
Yeah, the floaty thing.
So just under notes, should we write a box buried in the ground with all the ciphers in it?
For example, that box with all the ciphers in it, we could carry it around.
How long is the balloon? Oh, we can carry the box around because
Forever.
the ciphers won't be on us. Does that count?
Yeah. We'd just be carrying
Yeah.
the box around by a string.
How many
Well-
it depends on how many ciphers are in the box, because unless you have something specifically designed to store Numenera, if they're close together, they could react badly.
Ooh,
Well, there were
so-
ciphers in the box when we opened it.
only one.
Yeah, the one I got, the pill factory. Chemical factory.
Now, also make note in the descriptions. I started adding in descriptions for the ciphers about whether it takes up 1 slot or 2 slots. Like the portable steed, it takes up 2 cipher slots instead of 1.
Mm,
Yeah, that's
So
why I said
worth it,
I'd get
though.
rid of the receiver and the chitin colony.
And because there's actually 2 different categories of ciphers, and one of them takes up 1 slot, one of them takes up 2 slots. Oh, and I guess there's actually 3 because pills don't seem to take up a slot.
that's cool.
As far as I think pills may still take up a slot, but it doesn't count towards the bad thing happening. That's what it was.
Well, it was minus 10.
So how many ciphers are going into the chest that you're going to float?
I think we'll just leave it. Because if they might react, I think it's safer if we just...
Can we
save
bury
something.
each individual cipher on the ground?
Yeah, you could do that.
And
Where
just
are we
keep
leaving?
note of where we buried them?
Friction gel, stasis
can-
field.
You can make yourself a treasure map. If you can.
Fear gas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and bury my decipher I disregarded.
Um. Can I make a repair check to
Yes.
take out my system chip?
Oh, you're gonna get rid of your bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say you don't even really need to do a repair chip since it's technically a cipher, so that you have a way to get it out.
Okay.
And
And I'll replace that with the stasis field.
let's say that this actually
Unless
took
someone else wants
you
it.
guys about an hour of fiddling around and discovering what these ciphers were. So if you wanted, you could use some of your recovery rolls as well.
Yeah, I will. So does anybody else want that stasis field, or?
No.
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna carry the steed.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
This cowboy's got a horse.
Because I think the flame catcher is more useful than anything else there.
Once you get all your ciphers set up, then yeah, you're free to go back and sleep for the rest of the night.
Alright, I'll do my rolls now.
Nothing else.
gonna-
Yep, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna s- after I dropped off the fair gas bomb, I'm gonna go over to the creature, and I'm gonna start writing down about its different aspect of it, and write picture of it and stuff like that. Take notes in my journal.
Ready?
I'm ready to go.
And once y'all get y'all's rest, you wake up the next day, your recovery rolls will go ahead and reset back to one action.
Cool.
Continue your journey. Map.
So when do we roll for the cipher thing? At the end of the day?
What, the cipher sickness
Yeah.
thing? So yeah, if you're carrying more ciphers than you're supposed to, it's at the start of the day. Once a day.
What's the place that we stopped where we buried this stuff?
It was just some abandoned ruins off of the path. Let's see.
I'm gonna need to roll on that.
How many ciphers do you have?
3.
You don't want to leave one behind?
No.
Yeah, you were. This is what, the first day out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you wasn't even halfway to Embered Peaks. Remember right, it was going to take 2 full days of travel?
Yeah.
2 days, 3 nights.
So I'll just say ruins between Ember Peaks and Cylon Basin. Basin. I'm just gonna write 3 and 4 on the map.
So do I roll for that now or at the end of the day?
We could do it now. Just do it at the start of the day. Keep it simple.
D100?
Alright, and Ferrum, I guess, is over 2. Why'd you roll twice?
If you look at Discord, I will.
What do I roll?
It's a D100.
So our recovery rolls are reset, right?
That chip. Can I break it? That I left behind?
Break it?
Yeah, can I cause it to stop functioning?
Running the risk of it blowing up in your face, maybe.
You can drain it, can't you? It's mechanical.
Yeah, okay. I'll stand back and I'll just drain the thing.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I don't want someone to stick a shovel in the ground and have their foot blow up. So what do I roll for the cipher sickness?
That'd be D100 plus 10 per the number of ciphers you're carrying over your limit.
69.
Okay, so yeah, Ferrum, you can do that. Yeah, just write down on your sheet what you got.
Yep.
I got a 69.
Alright, a 69. You. There's an odd smell, tingling sensation, or aura around the ciphers. It's merely ominous and not inherently dangerous.
I don't know if Kato can smell that.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't bother
I'm sure
you.
you've got olfactory sensors. Just it wouldn't bother you, but you probably smell things.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be phased by it though.
No. I mean,
You're like, oh yeah, that's the
It's-
smell. Hmm.
it's data.
Yeah,
pretty much.
much.
But yeah, other than that, that's all that
Interesting.
happens. We'll see what happens if you hold it for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so you head on off for another 2 days, and no other adventures happen along the way. You actually, on the dawn of the 3rd day, you're coming up around the
So there's-
bend, and you can
Just need to
see.
roll on that table 2 more times.
Actually,
shit.
yeah,
Do it.
yep.
72.
Okay, and
Wait, 2 more times? I thought it was only 2 days travel.
yeah, well, we're coming on the dawn of the 3rd day when you get to town, so it's 2 full days.
Right,
and
but
1 night.
we traveled 1 full day
So,
already.
Yeah, so
right?
yeah, we'll just do the 1. All right, so that's a 72.
Why do I gotta roll high on the bad stuff?
So with 72, one of the ciphers is destroyed and no longer functions.
Can I pick?
I'll be nice and I'll let you pick.
Okay. Get rid of that one. It was smelling funny anyway.
All right. I was wondering if I was ever going to have to use that table.
Thank you, Jolly.
Kato doesn't understand the dangers of ciphers.
Nope, apparently not.
Okay, so as you come around a bend in the path on the dawn of the 3rd day after starting out, you see the town of Ember Peaks ahead of you, and you see now, because you could see this as you've been traveling, getting closer and closer, you see why the area is called the Fingers, because the town actually rests on what looks like the palm of a carved stone hand.
Hmm.
Carved
that's
out
pretty
of
cool
the
looking.
out of the mountainside.
Well, I don't say any of that, but yeah.
It's such a sheltered life you live, Ferrum.
Yeah.
Every 50 feet is a new discovery.
Yeah. So whenever you describe something, it's like I have no clue what you're talking about.
You need like a servant, like a butler. Just describe shit to you all day.
He needs a talking Dodie. Okay. See, seems like the majority of the buildings are close to the center of the town, and those are made. Seems like they may be made out of stone and steel, with a dark green cement mixture between the blocks. Outskirts, homes are mostly carved out of the mountain edges, revealing a dark green interior of the landscape. So it seems like the inside of the mountain may be of some green material. But yeah, as you get closer, there seems to have been some sort of ruckus recently. You're seeing signs of destroyed buildings. There's broken windows, recent fires, people walking around wearing bandages, and everyone seems
Looks
to be
calm now.
Everyone seems to be on edge as you walk into town. There's very few people walking by themselves. People are usually in groups of 2 or more, and they're looking sharply at everyone around them. Seems there's not a lot of trust between the groups of people. A lot of whispering going on, and you're definitely drawing a lot of stares.
Now, is there different factions, or is it just you? We don't know yet.
You can't really tell. It just seems like people that know each other are possibly grouping together.
Okay.
Can I go up to one of these groups?
Sure.
I say, excuse me, folks. Would you mind telling a couple of strangers what exactly happened here?
And it's about 3 in their early teenish guys, and as you come walking up to them, they go grabbing at their waistbands like they're reaching for weapons enclosed under the cloaks. Hey, Ballin, you speak. As they kind of grimace at you. Strangers, you say? Sure you're not behind any of the troubles recently, stranger? What brings you here?
Would I be asking what happened if I already knew what happened?
Be a ploy.
You're awful dumb. Listen here, kid. You've seen us probably walking up here from far off. This land seems pretty flat. We actually came to find out what happened to you, and I'd appreciate if you just tell us. Maybe we can help.
Want to step up next to him and kind of like.
Yeah. Kato's like on one of his shoulders, this big fucking robot.
T-Bone's on the other side.
And so yeah, as you're talking, he's definitely eyeballing Kato. Like, look here, stranger. Lots of folks around here, they got some kind of strange machine in their brains. You can see it when they talk. I'm thinking your fella there might be part of this.
Nope. He ain't part of nothing from around here. He ain't just a machine.
You just keep your distance from me. I don't want to know them dang machines in my brain. And he grabs his buddies and they scurry off.
Machines and brains.
Damn. Isn't that kind of what a cipher is?
No.
No, there are people who combine cybernetics with themselves, though.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I have a machine in my brain.
Yeah, that's what I. But you're a total robot. You're
Yeah.
AI, right? You're like Beta.
And
No
so
skin.
as you see them run off, you actually do notice, and it stands out because it's the oddity that it's this one woman by herself. Most people, like I said, been in groups. This one's scurrying around by herself. She's hunched over and she's darting her eyes left and right, and she's muttering to herself. She tries to give y'all a wide berth, but you can still hear her speaking as she goes by you, and she's like, everyone here hates me because I'm the only one that knows the truth about the universe. They want my secrets. I gotta protect them. And
Man, that's like some crazy bitch.
and yeah, then she darts around the corner and runs down the alleyway.
I'll follow her.
Is anybody watching us?
Well, everyone's kind of like watching everything, but they're not stopping.
Everyone
They're
gets the
just-
side eye.
They're just
I mean, like,
going-
aside from the usual Kato looks.
you're drawing more stares than normal, but no one's stopping. No matter of fact, they're taking pains to try to stay away from you guys. But they're also kind of trying to avoid everyone that's not in their group.
So if I step towards one, do they get, like, spooked?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the others that I'm gonna go and see if I can find something out by myself, since you guys clearly use the wrong methods when you talk to people. And I'm gonna head off in one random direction.
Right. And Corbin, you said you were following the lady?
Yeah, before that, is there a group close enough I can scan them? Because they said something about machines in the brains. Get any insight on that?
Sure. Give me a difficulty 2. Or does it do a difficulty? Let's see, what does it say?
No, it's like an automatic success.
Like casting Identify or something?
Yeah, I'll yeah, you spend your points, and you don't see any machines and brains. There's one person who has has something mechanical attached to their brain, but they also have like all sorts of other ports and gadgets on them. Nothing.
Like a
Would
standard.
Would Corbin be able to use that scan on the cipher in the future, so you can determine straight away what it is?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
It can tell me stuff about it, like its level, if it's
Yes.
powerful or dangerous.
But
You
yeah,
know,
he
but it
doesn't
won't tell
get.
me exactly what it does.
Okay.
I think they talked about like you could, if there's a closed box or a chest, it'll tell you that there's something there, but it won't tell you what it is.
Okay.
It's almost like find traps. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna follow down that alley towards that crazy woman.
Okay.
Tagging along.
Yeah, me too.
And you follow her into the alley, and it's a dead end, and she's rummaging through some trash, still muttering to herself.
Fancy.
So, excuse me, ma'am. We would kind of like to ask you some questions.
And she shrieks when you talk, and she turns around and like chunks of whatever she was holding in her hand, like the metal lid of the trash container.
Nice.
As soon as she throws something at him, my forearm blade comes out in defense mode. Ready to go.
And so yeah, she don't even hit you with the thing. It flies wide, makes a lot of noise, bouncing off the walls. Sees the knife come out, and yeah, she cowers down against the wall and raises her hands up. Don't Don't kill me! Don't kill me!
I put it away.
I say, man, we're not trying to hurt you. I just heard that you have all the answers of the universe. And maybe you could help answer some of our questions.
You can't have my knowledge. It's mine.
I don't want your knowledge. You can keep it. I was just wondering if you could answer a question and maybe share a little of your mighty expanse of wisdom.
Perhaps Celia will answer you.
Does she look wounded at all?
It looks crazy.
Her hair is unkept. There's some her garments are a little tattered. They look like they were fine once, but she hasn't changed her clothes in a while. It's showing the wear and tear of being out in the elements.
If I give you food, will you answer our questions?
She perks up. You have food?
Pull out a single day's rations.
And she starts drooling. She holds out her hand.
Answers first.
Give. I give answers. What do you want to
I
know?
hold it too high for her to reach until she answers the questions.
What does Celia have to say? What do you want to know?
What's wrong with the people in this town?
I don't know what's wrong, but I don't like it. I don't like the way everyone in this town chants in the middle of the night. Praying to some dark god, I tell you. I think I have to kill them. Otherwise they'll steal my secrets.
Do you know what they're chanting?
Oh, I'm not part of their evil cult.
No, but I just figured you may have heard what they were saying.
No, I don't listen. I don't want them to influence me.
Do you have any idea of where they got the chant from?
Don't know nothing about the cult.
Where do they gather?
In their homes. All of them. It's everyone, I tell you. Place is infected.
Why aren't you affected?
She holds up a painted rock. Because I have my protections. They can't break through my power.
Should scan the rock.
Yeah, we should check it out.
Can't have my rock.
We just
He
need to look at it.
throws like a rotten cabbage at you.
Oh, maybe I should keep this food then. You don't want to cooperate.
I told you, you'll feed. You give me the food now.
We're not done.
Can I scan her in her special rock?
Yeah, you can scan her.
I don't know. I'm not sure what else to do.
Maybe it'll tell. Maybe it'll tell us if she's high on some.
Yeah, or if the rock actually does something.
Yeah.
Maybe she's crazy.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's just a painted rock.
I sent that message to Kato and I said maybe we're barking up the wrong tree.
She is just constantly muttering strange things.
Do you know who leads the cult?
I don't know if they all seem to be part of it. Every night I hear them, and then the screams start, and then the madness begins, and the killing, and I hide.
Where do you hide?
The madness and the killing?
Yep.
Can you elaborate?
I have places. Whole town goes crazy. People turn on each other.
How long has this been going on?
Seems like months.
Is she lying? About any, like, is she bullshitting at all? In any of this?
Give me a difficulty 2 intellect.
I assist him since I've been listening also. Or would I just make my own roll?
And just make your own.
Yeah, there you go.
She seems to be mostly telling the truth, but she also seems to be really freaking crazy.
She's
That's just-
exaggerating.
Is that truth mixed in with the nuts?
Yes, there's some truth mixed in with the crazy. Don't know what's just mad ramblings and what is truthful.
Interesting.
And
So-
Ferrum, switch over to you since you walked off on your own. What are you doing?
I'm gonna walk around and see if I can spot any shops. Is there any?
There are. Most of them seem to be boarded up.
Can I see if I find one that's open?
You see one that possibly the owner's actually closing up. Actually, he just finished. Seems to be finished just securing the place, nailing in the last nail into a board.
I'm gonna walk up to him and say, "Hello, good sir."
And he screams, spins around with his hammer raised up. Get back! Get back!
I mean you no harm. I just want information. I just arrived in this town. And I'm gonna use applied observation once I start talking to him to observe his stuff, his behavior.
Right? He's extremely agitated, and like he's not keeping his eyes on you while you're talking. His eyes are darting left and right. Anytime anyone's walking anywhere remotely close to you two, he grips his hammer tighter, and he looks like he's ready to bolt at any second.
I mean you no harm. I just arrived in this town, and I just want information on what's going on.
Give me a level 4, which I believe would be 3 for you.
Yeah.
Persuasion or intimidation task. Otherwise, it's an intellect.
I'm training persuasion, so I'm gonna. It's in intellect, right?
Right.
So, once again. So I'm gonna take a sip. And if you look at Discord, right? And I'm gonna use an effort to reduce. So yeah.
Okay. He's going to say that I don't know anything about what's going on around here. craziness. I try to keep to myself, keep my family and my belongings secure, and hope that this madness ends soon.
What's this madness you're talking about? How long has it been going on?
Seems like forever now. Just came out of nowhere and everyone just started going crazy, attacking everyone else. It's like living in a madhouse. If you want to get to the bottom of what's going on around here, I suggest that you search out Magistrate Iren.
Okay, where does he live?
You can find him in the Forum of the Dead. It's the circular stone building in the middle of town. You can't miss it.
Okay, I will definitely do that. And I'm gonna use Coke's information. And it's an enabler that makes him tell me something that he gives me more information, basically.
Yeah, enabler just means that it's kind of like a bonus action in combat. You can do it and still do a normal action.
Okay.
So yeah, he seems to warm up to you. He relaxes his grip on his hammer a little bit, but he's still watching everyone else suspiciously. And he goes on to tell you that the magistrate, he's the leader of the Devoirs, which are some sort of a ruling faction in the city that make the laws, enforce the laws.
Yeah. Can you also give me more information about this madness? Give me specific details what's going on. Since I just arrived in town, I don't know.
He says just all manner of madness. Just people will be acting normal in one instance, then next thing you know, they're grabbing weapons and attacking their best friends.
Okay. I'm gonna give him one shin, and again, then I'm gonna thank him for information. I'm gonna walk off.
Right. He takes it and thanks you, and then he runs down the street.
So I'm gonna head out and see if I can find others.
Yeah, you see them coming out from the alleyway when they're done with the crazy lady.
Okay. I'm also gonna tell them everything that the guy told me, and suggest that we seek out this magistrate in the center of town.
Well, let's go talk to him then.
Okay, so everyone else heading along. It's really easy to find. It's right in the dead center of the town.
Yeah, I'm following along.
Big circular stone building. It's got a flat top and like one big grand wooden door. It's actually a double door. Notes.
Are there guards in front of the doors, or?
No. Matter of fact, the whole square is pretty empty. But you see signs of trash built up. There's some dried blood and splotches. Broken carts, but there's nobody around.
When I get closer, can I see if the town, the door is barred? Yes, I can see through barriers and stuff.
You can see around barriers.
Yeah.
I don't think it says you can see through.
It says you can see around them. Basically, you have nanite particles that can maneuver around. If there's a hole, they could go through the hole, and you could see what's on the other side, like underneath doorways. But you don't. The door's not barred. When you walk up to it,
Okay.
it opens up. And when you go inside, you see an outer office that seems to have been ransacked. Papers and machinery strewn all over the place. Give me a level 5 intellect perception task.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Can I use applied observation to lower the task for myself?
Sure. You can take your time.
Yeah, it says I can study a location.
I fail.
Natural 20.
Whoa.
What are we looking at?
So I guess I
No
don't
idea.
have to roll since Kato nailed it.
Yeah, Kato, you actually see what looks like signs of some scuffle in the recent past, and there's splashes of blood in places on the floor.
Okay.
And you hear some there's actually like a desk in the center of the room, and you hear some rummaging around, and while you're noticing the blood, a figure stands up with a bunch of stuff in his arms. It's a rather frantic looking young man, and he's muttering about trying to find something. His blonde hair is falling over his face, and he notices you, and he like drops all the papers and stuff he had gathered up in his hand, and he startles like, "Oh, hi, we have visitors.
Oh.
Hello.
Who are you and what are you doing?
My name is Chahil. I work for the magistrate Yiren.
What were you looking for?
Oh, it's of no consequence. How can the magistrate's offices help
No,
you today?
you have. I want to know what you're looking for.
Did you even hear that?
Well, I could see him rummaging about, and I have very good hearing.
It's possible he could hear it. It does say he has exquisite hearing. Doesn't seem like he's willing to tell you. He's like, the duties of my office is my own. Now tell me, do you need
Well,
something, or are you
Clarice-
just bothering me?
Well, clearly something has happened in here, and you were looking for something specific. That's why you were so stolid when we entered.
Was looking for something that the Devas wanted. That's
And
all
what
you need
was
to
that?
know. You don't need to know. That's their business. Now, what do you want?
Wanna talk to the magistrate?
He is not accepting visitors at this moment.
And
Duties
why
are
is
keeping him
that?
very busy.
What duties? There seems to be a lot of stuff going on, and he seems to have the answers. And we're on a quest to find out what's going on in this town.
Perhaps one of the other Devars could help you. They'll be back shortly. The magistrate is engrossed in his task. As you say, there's many things going on in the city, and he is working diligently to fix all the city's problems.
How can I know that you really work here? You can be just one looter.
A looter? Who would loot anything, especially papers? And he picks up one of the sheets and flaps it in your face.
You can. Sorry, Kira, go on.
What doors are in the room right now? Like there's one that we came through.
Yeah, there's a door behind him.
I just walked through it.
He bars your path. You cannot
I
go in there without permission.
Walk through him. He's a little guy, right?
Give me a difficulty 2 might.
Come on.
He actually hits a
Fuck.
panel
It's like the fourth to I've rolled to this.
beside him, and the door slams shut with a click.
Forearm blade clicks out.
Like, that will avail you nothing, sir. If I can even call you sir.
It won't do anything to that door, but it'll sure work on you.
And what would that get you? Nothing.
Through the door.
Satisfaction.
Information.
He just stomps his foot and is like, if the Devars were still alive, this would never happen. City has gone straight to hell.
Who are still alive?
Well, if they were dead, why did you tell us to wait for them?
What? I said nothing about them being dead. They're away on business.
You,
They'll be back
you
shortly.
said that they were. You just said they were dead.
I know what I said.
If who was still alive?
Yeah.
Vase.
Who is that? Is it different from the mayor of the town?
I'm gonna try the door again.
The Devars and the magistrates are more than a mayor. Completely rule the city.
What happened to them?
Give me... Let's see, what does it say? Give me a level 6 persuasion check.
Ooh, that's rough. That's just intellect.
Yeah.
Can I assist on that since I'm training persuading?
Yeah, with your abilities, you can give him an asset.
Okay, I'm also going to use an edge on that thing. All right, here we go.
Close.
Okay. Yeah, he just seems really agitated, and he continues speaking in loops. 1 minute he's talking about the Devars will be back shortly, and next thing, and then he turns right back around and mentions something about one or more of them being dead. Just
Cat is in that door again.
He's just lamenting about the troubles, and yeah, you can.
Can I use applied observation and roll that persuasion check again for myself?
Sure.
What difficulty is the door?
It's going to be a level 4.
This is just to get past him, right?
Yeah.
I succeeded with my persuasion check.
I'm going to assist Kato by distracting that guy. Oh, never mind.
I got it.
Got it.
Okay, you push him out of the way, and you're able to force open the door.
Takes damage.
You're able to shimmy it open, and it clicks and hisses, and it slides open like a Star Trek bridge door. And
What's in there? Is it a hallway?
It's just another office. It's
Is
very
that
lavish.
magistrate in there?
And the magistrate is not in there.
Hmm.
It's actually in a lot better kept state, though. It's looking pretty pristine compared to everything else that you've seen. And Jahil picks himself up and dusts himself off and mutters, stomps his foot once, and he looks over at Ferrum and is like, if you insist, though, I will take you to see the magistrate.
Good. Lead away. And I
Okay.
point forwards.
He goes into the magistrate's office, and there's like a life-size, ornate mirror. He pushes a button, it slides to the side, and it reveals a ornate metallic box. It seems to be filled with some sort of moving pieces, like a sliding puzzle. And he slides things around and clicks some buttons, and a section of the wall next to it clicks in like a recess and slides into the rest of the wall, revealing a short little corridor that goes down at like a 45-degree angle.
Let's head in.
Yeah.
I'm making sure the guy's like in arm's reach.
Yeah, he
He
walks
can't
in
dash off.
in front of you, leading you down. Waves over his shoulder. This way, this way.
Or keep an eye out for anything sus.
And
I'm gonna
you notice that the
look for
temperature starts to
traps.
drop.
The what?
And, yeah, the temperature is getting cooler as you're walking down.
Okay.
And you notice if you step, and it probably would be for you because you're heavier than everyone else, Kato, but you notice that there's kind of a hollow thumping sound on the steps as you
Oh, so must be there's something underneath.
Okay, I don't like this. I'm gonna hold the back of his coat as he walks down.
We all hear that fucking sound from Kato.
Yeah, you can hear that it's somewhat hollow. It seems like it's hollow.
I'm
If I
gonna
go
go.
through the floor, that kid's coming with me.
Alright, well,
I'm gonna go last, so I don't. If he goes through the floor, I will have time to react.
okay. Yeah, nothing happens. He gets to the bottom of the stairs, and there's a hallway that leads to a locked door with a mirrored panel next to it. Walks up to the door. He puts his hands on it and puts his face like right up next to it, and he whispers something so low y'all can't hear what he says. And his lips are. He's taking special precautions to make sure y'all don't hear anything. His lips are actually brushing the metal as he speaks.
It's
And
not healthy.
and a door opens up. Okay, so the stairs are circular and well worn that y'all went down. Air beneath the floor was colder than you might expect. Notice the odor of something sharp and rotting. Perhaps it might be fruit or burnt meat. Some sort of dead creature beneath the floorboards. There was a series of torches along the walls as you headed down the tunnel.
Can I scan the staircase?
Sure.
I know I keep asking to use it, but
It's free.
yeah, it's free.
Can I recognize the smell? Sorry.
Just seems like some sort of rotting something.
Yeah, so maybe we want to scan it as there's an actual odor.
And you do get the sense that there's some sort of trap on the stairs. Perhaps something got
we
got
went
caught in
past
the
it?
trap. And since Shahil led you down
Oh.
there, he must have made sure that the trap didn't go off.
Hmm. Okay.
I mentally tell Kato, I said that the stairs might be booby trapped for the reference when we want to get out of here.
That's why I've got hold of them.
And that door you opened, it revealed a large, unadorned room. Doesn't seem to be a basement or subroom, but a mortuary or pre-tomb. Bodies wrapped in strips of cavet-dyed shrouds. The purple fabric is dark as bruises, and they're resting prone on benches. The only unwrapped parts of the bodies are their heads. Their faces are staring blankly upward, their eyes wide and mouths slack. Heads of all the dead are shaven, and scorched into each of their foreheads is a black mark about the size of a man's fist. At the far end of the room, well lit by flames and glow globes, a tube comes from the wall, a large, sparking plunger resting in a clear vat of bubbling water. At the room's center, there's a man who's leaning over one of the corpses, his ear to the dead man's mouth. It looks a bit like he's listening for breath, except for the fact that the dead man's mouth is moving. No, not just moving, but speaking.
Can
Can
you
we?
describe this symbol?
It's circular in nature with looks like something was put on their forehead and either branded into them or burnt into their skull. There's other, it's not really like a symbol, but like indentations, like something was poked into the flesh, separate from the circular part.
It's not like any... Like, they're not all the same.
There's some slight variations. Puncture wounds aren't lining up exactly the same way.
Okay.
Oh, so it looks like it was made by a wound from an object, not necessarily like a brand.
Give me a difficulty 3 perception.
All of us?
Yeah, anyone that's trying to deduce what's going on with the mark. It looks like it might be related to that tube that was coming out of the wall.
Okay.
The plunger?
Yeah.
Buddy, do you even know where you are?
The terrible smell is just throwing him off.
Yeah, you can't get past. He's thinking about rotten fruit.
Man, 320s. I'm having a hell of a critical roll day.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, and as you're looking around, Chihil walks up and yells out. Well, he speaks in a loud tone. Master Yilin, you have visitors. They seem quite insistent on seeing you. And you see the man stands up and he turns slowly around to regard you. You notice that he's fairly tall. and his clothing is carefully tended. There's emblems of his position. Is brandished prominently on his chest. It's a rectangular silver pin at his throat. And a circular bit of metal is clasped tightly in his right hand. He doesn't seem to be surprised to see you, and he acknowledges your presence with a nod, and he does a scurrying gesture with his hand, dismissing Shahil, who bows
Nope, I got a hold of him.
and tries to leave, and comes up short, and Shahil eyeballs you, tries to
You're with
tug,
us.
and Magistrate just ignores this, and he looks at over the group, and he says, "Are you here to hinder me or to help?"
We're here to find out what's going on with this situation in the walk in general.
And he looks to the rest of you. This to help or hinder me?
That depends on what you tell us.
Depends on what you need help with.
He looks back at Ferrum, and he kind of shrugs his shoulders. I will take that as help, for I too am searching for answers. Turns back to the dead man. He points over at you, Corvin, and says, "Bring me those pliers." Points off to a tray next to him with some instruments on it.
I say, I'm still waiting for you to tell us what you need help with, what you're doing here.
Finding answers, of course.
To what?
Everything.
What is your question?
That's the heart of the matter, isn't it? I keep asking the wrong question.
What question are you asking now then?
And he goes back and he leans over the dead body, and
I step closer to hear what he's saying.
and he leans into the ear and he says, "Tell me how to fix this." He leans his ear over the mouth, and the mouth starts speaking, and you hear a wispy, gravelly voice say, "You have the answer. You have exhausted your choices." And then goes silent.
Have you tried asking what the source is instead of asking how to fix it? Maybe finding the source will fix it.
And he just grunts at you. He waves his hand at all the other bodies lined around that have all the marks on their foreheads. Like, I've asked all. the questions that I could think of that are relevant. They all failed. Like, he mutters, I've killed as many as I dare. I've learned nothing.
Are these all townsfolk?
What's that?
I asked myself, are these all townsfolk that you've killed?
And he says, these poor souls are what's left of the devoirs.
When did this madness start happening?
It started, and he kind of leans up against the table, halfway sitting on part of the dead body, and crosses his arms. It all began months ago with a disagreement
Between
me and the rest of the devoirs.
So you're the source then?
No, it's the machine. Something went wrong with the resurrection machine.
What resurrection machine?
He kind of gives a chuckle. He's like, "You've not heard? I thought everyone knew of Embered Peaks. People from all around would bring us their dead, so that they could be used on the machine."
No, I didn't know.
Well,
Did know?
the machine, it has the ability to temporarily bring back the dead.
Where is this machine located?
And he points to the tube coming out of the wall. This here connects the machine to the cadavers. With it, you can ask the recently dead a question. A single question. But there's a catch. The dead always answer with a lie. It's quite frustrating.
What a waste of time.
Can it really be considered a waste of time if it allows a grieving relative some sort of comfort?
Did you say the answer was a lie or what? I didn't catch that.
Yep.
Okay. So if it's a lie, why ask a question if you know it's a lie?
Well, you have to be creative with your questions, don't you?
Where is the rest of the machine located? It's only the two, the whole process thing.
He waves his hand. That's for later. Now we must figure out this conundrum. But for the history lesson, so you asked what the contention was between the devoirs. Well, some thought that we could try and fix the machine and actually bring the dead back to life fully instead of just answer nonsensical questions. And falsely at that. Imagine it. Immortality could be achieved, and the amount of money people would pay to bring their dead here for another shot at life. But others were not so sure. They were afraid it would be an abuse of the machine, And there was fear that it would attract more than just good-hearted folks who wanted one last conversation with their deceased loved ones. And unfortunately, the conflict became bloody.
Yes, we could see that upstairs.
And then the city started going crazy. I've been down here this entire time, trying to find an answer from the machine what we did wrong.
Wait. I remember we heard about something that kills people, that do something to the dead.
You
It was
probably...
Slay tongue or something.
And you mentioned the Slay Tongue, he laughed, so this is not the Slay Tongue.
No, would the Slay tongue come for this guy since he keeps messing with the dead?
He's like, that's a mere superstition, my friend. There's no such thing as the Slay Tongue. The simpletons and the peregrines use that to keep people in line. And he sighs, is like, but I am at my wit's end. There can be no true answers followed along this path, and I've exhausted all the resources at my disposal. Like I said, I have learned nothing, but I would rather have the machine not at all than to let it destroy the town I love, for that's the only thing I can think of. Somehow something has gone awry with the machine. Maybe we've used it too much. Maybe our intentions became known to it and it disapproved.
Did you say you killed the Devoirs or they killed each other?
Sadly, yes. A few fell at my hands. And he shows off some recent scarring and some blood stains, bandages on his chest. He opens up his robes. Like, as I said, they were fighting, and I just happened to be one of the few that lived.
Then you take their bodies and attach them to this machine and ask them a question?
They were already dead, and it seemed to be the most viable choice. Possibly get the machine to tell me what we did wrong and how to fix the situation.
What questions have you asked so far?
And there's a good 30 or so bodies around. He's like, it would take too long to go on, and it doesn't matter anyway. Unless you're going to go and start killing civilians, there's no more bodies. No more answers.
Let's scan the machine.
Yep, what you can tell, it's the plunger goes onto the forehead and it injects some spikes that break through the skull. It goes into the brain, and possibly through some electrical currents or some other means, it sparks life anew temporarily into the body, leaving the burnt area on the forehead. He actually opens up a table, a drawer in the table that he's leaning on, and he takes out a long handled tool with a spiked pinwheel at one end. And he tosses it to you, Corvin. He says, "Cut him loose, or kill him, for I cannot. And his threat must be ended to the town." And he gets up and he walks off to the far wall, and he pushes a button and opens up a large door that next to where that tube is coming out. Seems to be a large tubular passage filled with light, slanted downwards.
Like 6 feet round or 6 foot tall inside.
Yeah, it's plenty big for you all to walk down and not feel closed in.
So what's down there, that tunnel?
The machine.
Have you not been to the machine?
I have. The Devoirs help upkeep it, though we don't really know what it is. We discovered it as this town was being expanded upon. The original Devoirs discovered its properties, its ability to bring back the dead. We discovered that it was someone from long ago. What was that word? Borgal? Didn't know how to pronounce that. Boreal. The same thing as Syrian. Syria.
Abil.
Abil, yeah. He discovered it was a Beal of some sort. Do not know how or why he got put in the machine, but we do know that we could use him.
Well, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
T-Bone, Kato, lead the way.
I'm gonna bring our friend here as insurance.
Excellent idea. Let's get on with it.
Okay, yeah, he kind of tries to object, and the magistrate just waves his hands. He's like, "Go with them if it makes them feel better." Like, I'm washing my hands of this, and it's time to put the town to rights.
Let's give Jahil a little shove. Lead the way.
He stumbles and heads down the passageway. Alright, and it slants downward. Another 45 degree. It's actually curves a little bit. And it seems like you may end up underneath the room that you were just in. And at the end of the passage is a great triangular room. Most of the room is taken up with a large gelatinous mass, like 1,000 translucent black bubbles with glowing red interiors, attached to the wall with cords and conductors. Bits of mechanical things and machinery are strewn about and piled up, giving the room the impression of a tech junkyard. You hear a voice in your heads. A few nonsense words, accompanied by a sense of panic. A clear plea for help. Shriek and mumbled pleading. That...
Like a big old thing of jello.
Well, unfortunately, I couldn't find a triangular shaped room when I was trying to find a map.
Yeah, man, whatever works.
So these stairs up here, where you come into the room, and that purple circle in the center is the gelatinous mass. Brought to heal with you, so I'll layer with you.
Where's T-Bone?
I'll pull you out.
All right. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, there's nothing in the room but the mass in the center with tubes and machinery connected to it.
I might have missed this before, but what's a devoir?
It's just the word for town leader that they use.
Oh, just council member?
Yeah, kind of. They make the
I
laws
thought
and
as much.
uphold the laws. I'm assuming you got Shahil with you, Kato.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's right in front of me.
Okay, so yeah, as you come in, you're just, especially you, Corvin, you're getting a strong mental probing, and it's just pleas for help.
I'm going to respond to it and say, what can we do to help you? How can we help you?
Release me! Where am I? Why am I in prison? Why are you torturing me? Let me go!
So we aren't the ones torturing you, but we are here to help. How can we release you?
I can't feel nothing. I can't see nothing. Where am I? Release me!
So there's machinery around the room attached to this thing. Can we look at the machinery?
Yep. You walk up. You'd have to get up close to him because it's all around him.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm also gonna walk up or stay outside this circle.
Okay,
I got my
so
phone ready.
alright. Assuming you're taking Shahil with you.
Oh, yeah.
T-Bone, are you with us?
Yes. I got my bow ready, so in case he makes a wise ass move. Don't think he will, but right behind you.
Say, Kahil, how can we release him?
And Shahil gestures to the spiked pinwheel that the magistrate gave you. He points on the back end of the mass. Says there's a seam there. You can fit the tool there that the magistrate gave you.
Alrighty, cover me, guys. I go around back, and I'm gonna fit it into the seam and I guess cut this thing open.
Let's see.
And be careful of any splashback or anything like that too.
Me and
You got
Chico
my-
are going with him.
I got my shield out in case I need to like deflect some liquid or something.
Once you come up and touch, you notice that the mass, it's slightly soft and very warm to the touch. It doesn't give or take, doesn't move. And he seems to be sensing your approach, and he gets more agitated as you approach, and he, stay back, stay back.
I tell him exactly what I'm going to do. I say, mentally to him, I say, I can release you if you let me. I can help you. This tool will open this seam back here.
I must not continue to torture me. And dang it, I just saw it. Where was it?
Now, is this thing like the texture of an eye?
Kinda, yeah. It's a very firm, gelatinous type thing.
Okay.
And
These machines connected to it?
yes, there's all sorts of machinery and stuff connected to it.
If I try and drain one, what do I get?
You get the normal stuff that you get. You get the
Nothing
energy.
Weird.
No, nothing weird, but you can drain some energy from it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And Corvin, give me a. See, it's a difficulty 6 persuasion, I believe.
Okay. I didn't think that was going to happen.
Yes, he gets very, very agitated, and let's see, Kato, you said you were draining one of the machines?
Yeah.
When you do that, you hear a shriek in all your minds. Not just Corvin.
Me?
And
I hear it?
yes.
Oh, that's weird.
And you hear him yell out, "You hurts me. Why? I will take this no longer." And
I pop the bubble.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
He took 1 damage.
Okay. Oh.
Classic Kato.
Oops, I didn't mean to use a effort on that.
Oh, fucking.
Should I just reroll that?
Didn't change anything.
I guess not. I'm not going to use the cost though, because it doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
don't worry with the cost.
Okay, I'll keep it at 13.
Why did you roll twice, kiddo?
Because I didn't click my token.
Oh, nice. Still have a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where's Chihil at?
And
Do you have an initiative?
yep, I gotta add him.
He'll be right next to me, by the way.
Let's see, what is Mr. Chahil?
He's a nerd.
Is
You have the hiccups.
Yeah.
all right. Things get a little interesting now. Okay. Guy's got a lot of stuff going on with him, so I'm reading up and seeing what all he does.
Do I have to wait to pop the bubble? Because I said I popped the bubble earlier.
Yeah, and he took 1 point of damage. Potato. See what the bubble does. Okay, as you slip in the tool and run it down the seam, it's basically like flipping a switch, and all the bubbles, all the gelatinous masses around you, they start bursting and melting, and it's quite gross.
I said I had my shield to try to block some of the liquid splashes on me.
It doesn't seem to do anything to you, but you don't see any other. It's going to take a while for it all the drain out. It's a huge mass, but he does make a mental attack against all of you. The primal rage and fury and pain. It's going to be a level 5 mental defense. Intellect defense.
We just roll intellect for that if we don't have intellect defense skills.
Yeah. And everyone that fails is going to take 6 points of damage that ignores armor.
Son of a bitch.
Rest in peace, Chill.
It's 6 points to our intellect, might, or speed.
This will be intellect damage, specifically targeting your intellect.
It's rough.
Maitar, how much time has passed since my talk with the shop owner?
Let's say it's been about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Okay, yep. Shihil took some mental damage from that too, but he's still up, but he's visibly shaken. And let's see, does he do anything else? Corvin, you're 1. You actually get a free GM intrusion with that. And we're gonna say that your attack this round, you're gonna be stunned. You actually get one of your visions grip you.
Alrighty.
You drop down on your knees and you see a bunch of random flashes. You see the beanstalk where you were born. You see everyone that's around you currently laying dead at your feet, and separate from the beanstalk, somewhere you can't see the location where you're at. You just look down and you notice that everyone's bloodied and dead, chewed up in some way, their bodies mangled. Then another flash, and you see a purplish, reddish hued, horned, demonic visage in front of you, smiling evilly, and you see a grainy panel slide down between you and the creature, and cold mist start to swirl, and then your vision fades to black.
Fantastic.
And the rest of you take the 6 points of intellect damage. You start to notice the machinery and stuff around start to shake and vibrate and start screeching across the floor, moving towards the gelatinous mass.
So it's animating.
Yep. Corvin is stunned for the round. T-Bone, you're up.
Yeah, he's almost dead. You gotta get closer.
Yeah, you can move up.
Is it a difficult tree to attack it?
No, it's a difficulty 5.
He misses then.
You can only move 10 feet, so you can only move.
And he has a 10-foot reach. His attack.
No, he could have moved too.
Okay.
Yeah, he could attack the mass. And he misses. And
He should be next to me.
What's the difficulty is 5?
yes, the difficulty is 5.
Okay.
That's right.
Challenging.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you were dragging Chihil with you, you said?
Yeah, he'd be next to me the whole time.
Okay. And he's actually going to go.
I'm not holding him anymore though.
He's actually going to go and run for it. Gonna get up to there. Ferrum, you're up.
I'm gonna take a sip. And I guess that's my full action.
Okay. Gonna move.
Since I don't think moving would help, but you know, moving closer might be good. So. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, I'm gonna go up here. I guess he can attack me from anywhere. But I might be closer. Might be good to be closer to the rest.
Yep. I will move.
Okay.
And spear him. Difficulty 5?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. Damn it.
Yeah,
It's 2 of the 9.
there's just a lot of gelatinous mass. You're not even sure if it's part of the creature or what, but you're hitting the jello and it's popping and oozing everywhere.
Cannot stop rolling 2s.
Okay. He's actually going to you feel a shock wave come out of him. It doesn't seem to be directed at any of you, but Chahil stiffens and stops running. And you actually see Magistrate Urim shows up at the top of the stairs.
No, I don't sit.
I'm going to say for this, add him into the okay. Okay, he did that, and as a secondary attack, he's going to reach out and try to make a mental grab at you, at Barum. Difficulty 5,
Okay.
intellect defense.
Okay. I'm gonna use an effort on that. See how it goes. Nice, I succeeded.
Right, so yeah, you felt him reach out mentally, and it was like he was trying to take control of your body in some way, but you fought off the mental attack.
Okay. And I don't get anything bonus for that 18 roll, right?
No, this was more of just a mental. You were able to shrug off the attack.
Okay. Hopefully that will keep him from attacking me again.
Right, Corbin.
Do I wake up?
Yeah, you wake back up now. It's just a one turn. And you see a little more of the jello has drained, and you start to see a dim outline of something in the center, and more of the machinery has approached in. It's starting to go into the jello, and you see it doing something on the inside.
Can I get into the jello?
You can attack it and burst it, but yeah, it's still pretty solid. You're not able to go into it. It doesn't give.
I burst it already. I cut the seam.
You cut the seam and it's starting to make it melt. So different. Remember, it's a lot of It's not one solid mass. It's a bunch of small globulars. A lot of spherical, all pushed up together.
Yeah.
They're all popping and melting and dissolving, and you see something in the core, in the center.
Can I try to mentally connect with it and tell it that we're not enemies?
And yeah, you can try another. What did I say? It was a 6. 26.
To connect with it? It's just a touch.
Oh, yeah, you can touch, but yeah, if you're
Or
trying to
not a touch,
like,
I can just talk to it.
Yeah, if you're trying to influence it, calm him or something, it's gonna be like a difficulty 6 to break through. This whole time he's just muttering out or yelling out curses and shrieking in pain and demanding to know where he is and what happened to him.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like influence it or anything. I just want to like just talk to it.
Yeah, you can talk.
Telepathically, I want to tell it where it's at, where it is. I want to try to answer some of its questions. Tell it that it's under the town. It's been kept here for a long time. We came in contact with another Beal. She asked us to help her and give him Suria's name. I told him it's Syria.
And you're probably only going to get out a little bit of that because it's just 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he's like confused. He doesn't understand what you're saying. He's like, he doesn't remember. He's like, he's just like, why can't I feel my body? Where am I? What happened to my body? Why can I not feel anything but pain?
Around the room, is there any with like thing to shut down the machines?
There's like doesn't seem to be any one central power source. You don't even know what's like originally part of the machine and what the townspeople had added on over the time, but you can start ripping up the machinery.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'll attack the machinery, I guess. Should I just use physical force?
Wouldn't your when you try to establish connection, wouldn't that be your action?
Yeah, you can try on the next round to do something. You spent all your time trying to.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just asking what I can see around.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff around that you can start attacking with.
Okay, but it's possible to actually attack the machinery itself, not him.
Yep, and let's see how
It
far
affects
can
him.
Urine
I
go?
drained the machine before it hurt him.
So, Corvin, if you're trying to calm it, we shouldn't all be attacking it. We're trying to calm it down, correct?
We didn't hear that, buddy.
No, you guys don't know.
Okay, so yeah, Urine comes running down, and he's brandishing some sort of staff, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs, and he's like spittle's coming out of his mouth. T-Bone, you're up.
What's he screaming?
Did you skip Yeran's turn, or?
No, you're in
dash.
used. Yeah, you used
Oh.
all of his movement to run down, and he's just screaming out, "Stop the pain! Stop the pain!" And he's clearly not speaking in like his own voice.
Oh, he's being controlled. Right.
You can actually use your battle axe since you're so close.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
You mind if I do it? Or no?
Yeah, go ahead and reroll.
Alright, I mean,
It's
It don't
difficulty
matter.
5. Yep, you're chopping into the jello, and you're cleaving a path, but you're as soon as you like destroy one glob, another glob falls down in its place. There's a lot of jello to go through, but doesn't seem to actually be doing any actual damage. And Shahil is actually gonna run up with, and he pulls out a metal rod from underneath his robes, and he's going to take a swing at you, T-Bone.
mhm.
That's a difficulty 3 speed defense.
Okay.
And he's yelling out too, "Pain! Stop the pain!"
Nice.
Okay, and with the 19, I'll say that as your minor effect. This is a physical thing. You can actually do a counter strike if you want.
Okay.
Yeah,
What?
difficulty 3.
Non-lethal, buddy.
Said difficulty 3?
What was
Don't
that?
kill him, buddy.
Oh,
Do what?
Don't kill him.
Oh, okay, then I won't hit him. Alright. I don't want to move.
okay. And Ferrum, it's your turn.
So you didn't counterattack, T-Bone?
No, sir.
I don't care if you knock him out, just don't kill him.
Well, I'm afraid I might kill him.
But you can decide to do non-lethal damage if you want. You
Yeah,
can
like-
whack him the flat of the blade.
Okay, I'm gonna whack him with the flat of the blade, try to knock his ass out.
Alright. Difficulty 3.
Okay.
Yes, he crumples. It's one more than you needed. That'll be the sleep symbol.
That's what I usually.
Alright, Ferrum, your turn.
Okay. Since I clearly know these guys are hostile now, I'm gonna. Would it be count as difficult terrain since there's pillars here and
No, you can get your full movement. Your
okay,
normal movement.
I'm gonna down there. So, and then I'm gonna use a recover action.
Alright. 5 points. And Kato, your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna try the same thing. Nice. 6 damage.
You actually penetrate through a a perceived thin portion of the jello, and the spear actually makes its way through to the center and strikes. And you hear one more final shriek. And everyone takes 6 points of damage. I mean, this is a massive blast.
No reroll for it?
No, this is a death kill. And after that, everything goes silent. You have slain the beastie before he was able to metamorphose with whatever it was he was doing. And I guess I could go ahead and reveal this.
You said 6, right?
Yeah, it was 6.
Of might, right?
That was intellect.
So we had a combat.
And combat is now officially over. You actually see Shahil's already knocked out. Urim faints completely over. He just face plants, breaks his nose on the way down, just. And the rest of the mass, the jello, melts away, and what you see inside is a petrified brain and the start of some sort of body being built.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab it again, just to be sure.
And yeah, nothing happens.
Is the gelatin completely gone then?
Yeah, after a very short amount of time, the rest of it melts away, and yeah, there's half bits of, look, it was actually using part of the jello as like flesh, and bits of the machinery. It was trying to create some sort of body to put the brain in. Yeah, you go up and touch the brain, it's actually petrified.
And the body is humanoid, right?
Right. But it's useless junk. It didn't have enough time to complete the transformation.
Trying to pull an Akira.
Looks like he was trying to build himself a body to fight off what he perceived to be y'all attacking him.
Now, is this where I was getting that uneasy feeling from?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
Can I pour a little bit of nanite water on the place where T-Bone blocked Chihil in the face?
Yeah, you can take that nanite water out, and
I don't want to use the whole thing, just a bit.
It doesn't want to pour out. It's actually congealed beyond a liquid state.
Right, we gotta heat it up. Good.
And there's a stench coming from it.
Okay.
Okay, and let's see. There's some things.
Because the nanite water was just regular water with the nanites in it. It congealed
Yes.
once it was
I
away
think we
from
need to
the
heat it up.
hardened. I want to pour a little water into my boiling cup and then stick the bottle into the cup.
Oh, right, I see.
Okay. Yeah. It starts to smell like something burning.
The melt?
No.
Yeah.
So it doesn't turn back into a liquid. It turns. That gel starts to burn.
Yeah, give me a difficulty 3 intellect check.
Both or just him?
Both of you. You're both kind of
The
dealing with
Numenera.
this. Yeah, you can use the Numenera.
Oh well.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. So you.
Sorry, that wasn't supposed to be.
There. I use
That's it.
Numenera. That's a much better roll.
I clicked it by accident. Yeah, I guess
You-
I'll just take it.
You get the sense that the nanites don't seem to live very long outside of the pool.
Hmm.
Ah,
Whatever properties is going on with those pools, maybe whatever is giving each pool the individual colors, you don't know, but it seems once it's away from the source, they shut down.
It's gonna
Interesting.
break the bottle on the ground. Is the nanite water still like the same shape as the bottle?
like a Jello,
Yeah.
Jello mold.
Yeah, I'll say it does retain its shape for a little while, and then it
Yeah, it's just gonna rub that on his face.
yeah, he has a really really smelly geode concoction on his face.
A little bit gets in his nose.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't really know that much about the physiology, so you're just poking and prodding it, and it's getting in his ear and his eye. It's going up. You're not sure about if it needs to be in the nose, so you're cramming some in the nose, and then he starts coughing and sputtering because he can't breathe.
Woke him up at least.
He seems to still be comatose. Seems to have been affected by that final mental blast.
Hmm.
And
Well,
so yeah,
he's
y'all
all healed
can-
up.
I searched the area.
Yeah, I'm also
Something
gonna
so.
search the room.
All right, good. So yeah, everyone, give me one of these days. I want to memorize this and do a difficulty 3 scavenging check for. And you use Numenera if you have it, just or perception, something.
I find
See what you find around in the area.
Going for it.
Since I have my, since I see the way I do I need to still roll?
Didn't it just be an
But
accident?
you see a bunch of stuff, but to actually pick out something specifically, I mean, you see around you, you see a lot of tech and gear, but kind of the way it describes when you're searching for ciphers and stuff is like you're kind of being MacGyver. Like when you find a cipher that does X amount thing, you're not actually finding this device that does X amount of thing most times. Most times you're seeing, okay, you recognize this component over here that could possibly do X thing, and you see this component over here that does Y thing, and you know from your technology skills with Numenera that if you combine the two together, you can get Y reaction. So you're kind of like MacGyvering together these ciphers when you're discovering them.
Okay.
Sometimes you can find like a fully already done device, but most of the time you're making it.
Yeah, okay.
And
Well, I rolled 18, so.
Everyone except Colin.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Do you meant to use effort earlier?
Oh yeah. I'm at 1 in 12.
Okay, so you all actually find 1, 2, 3, 4 ciphers,
You start using
and
these
y'all
more.
gonna have to do rolls to see if you know what those are.
Let's everyone roll 1 each. That's fair.
What do you roll? Intellect?
Difficulty?
This would be
Alright.
a difficulty 2.
Oh, easy. I'm not gonna use effort. Then I would be debilitated. Oh, sorry, impaired.
And if you want, you can use this as a downtime and use some of those recovery rolls.
Oh, yes.
You can take as much time as you want down here.
Yeah. Gonna do that.
I'll do a repair as well.
Okay, so Farum and Corvin succeeded.
Kate also succeeds.
Yeah, I succeeded as well.
Alright, so that is 1.
Cool.
This is the second one. They put the number 2 there, but okay, that's the second one.
Oh, yes, please.
That's pretty cool.
And changing my scenes all over the place.
Good one.
Can anybody else try to determine what body didn't determine?
Yeah, you can try again. I mean, it's just gonna take you longer. 'Cause every time you do this, it takes 15 minutes to an hour. So you can take
So
longer
I didn't even
studying
use
it.
that.
Okay.
Gotta roll the 16 anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, those were the first 3. Find the 4th one.
I nail it.
And it keeps putting in the numbers from the word file. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so that's the last cipher. You also find 2 oddities.
Ooh.
Uh,
How big is the bodysuit?
it's going to take up 2 cipher slots, so it's a full bodysuit. It's something you wear. It's a garment that completely.
So if I balloon that and carry it behind me, will it take up a cipher slot while I just hold it like that?
No, you have to find a way to tie it down, and getting into it would
I
be
have
pretty
rope.
interesting. Getting into it would be pretty interesting because it's going to be trying to fly away from you.
Yeah, well, it's weightless, so I can completely control it.
If you want to,
Yeah,
you
it
can...
actually hovers. It doesn't like fly away.
Yeah, it says something in the description of that thing about it. It has to be tied down, or it only goes up to what, 20 feet or something.
Yeah, it floats 1d 20 feet in the air permanently.
Yeah. Can you even get it down then if it's
Yeah,
permanent?
I can strap it down. I can pull it
And
down.
I'm not going to have you roll
weightless.
for the oddities. It's pretty easy to figure out what they do once you spend some time with them. Those are the 2 oddities. Y'all can divvy up however you want. And you
I like
find
that second one.
you actually find what would be described as your first artifact,
Nice.
and someone's going to need to give me a difficulty 4 intellect task.
Numenera?
Numenera does work to try to figure out what this does.
Someone
It-
wanna
it looks
assist me
like-
on this one?
And you can see what it looks like, but to actually see what it does, it's you have to do the roll. So it's a 5-foot synthetic staff, and that's a success. So This is your glorious staff that you found.
Oh, big stuff.
Did we get it, bro?
You got it.
Alright, awesome. I'm having trouble seeing right now. So. Alright.
Alright. And
cool.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of you get 1 XP for discovering this artifact. So, see, Buddy didn't get one, so I'll give it to Buddy.
Let's see. Kato, I think this staff would be best used by you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you guys mind if I take the staff?
Oh, man.
Alright, well, since I got the fancy object, you guys split up the rest however you want. Artifacts don't affect the cipher sickness thing?
No, it's not part of that. They're actually better put together devices, so they don't have a chance to react to your Numenera sickness thing, and it doesn't count towards your limit. And also, you're going to get 4 XP for successfully dealing with the threat to the area.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
Everyone? Or is it split?
No, you each get 4.
I don't know if that all went through.
Should have 8.
I'll try again, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and for Buddy, I'll drag 4 to him.
Yep, that's it. What are you guys saving y'all's up for, Orvin?
We just got enough just then.
Also, the second time, you gotta have
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, every time
Oh.
you want to upgrade, it costs 4 XP to purchase something from that list that's in the player's guide.
Still fall back for me.
Okay.
I already know what I was gonna get into.
What did you get?
Effort.
And I think since we're at 12:30, we'll go ahead and cut it here. Y'all, next session, y'all can do some more stuff around town, see what's changed, talk to some people, and then we'll have to figure out where to go from here and how we're going to approach it, because this is kind of the end of the module.
Can you steal back 4 points from me?
And also, you have that brain there that y'all can do some looking into.
Yeah, can I check that out?
I think that was 4, right?
Yeah.
Still
My-
back the last 4 from me, because I'll figure out what I want to do with it.
Hey, thanks for playing, y'all. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
The article with the dream thing seems to suit you as well, kid. So
Yeah,
it
well,
would-
as long, if I just carry it on my person, then it's good for you. Yes.
But that was quite a bit of fun. I figured we were probably going to get to the end of this by this session, and then we got to figure out which module is going to be the one we slide into next. I got some ideas on how to go, but of course it's up to you to do whatever you want to do, and I have to react. But I was kind of excited to see y'all get that staff. I'm like, ooh, that's gonna be a nice item.
So
Yeah.
with this depletion, if I roll the bad like that, that means it's gone.
It loses its special ability. So
But it still
you can-
counts as a quarterstaff, basically.
yeah, it still does the staff damage. Still does the 4 points
It
of
just
damage.
doesn't do the extra 3
Right.
speed.
And that was something they actually designed as part of the module. It wasn't one of my random roll stuff. It was specifically in there to give you guys if you beat it.
Nice. So I can use that without replenishing a thing.
Yeah.
So I can just beat something and choose not to.
Yeah, it says the depletion is 1 and 1d10 every time. you
Yeah. I
activate
mean,
your
like
software.
if I don't want to risk.
Yeah, you don't have to activate the power. You can just attack with it normally if you want.
Awesome.
You
'cause that
decide
thing's
to,
long.
you can flip the switch basically. And you ever seen that the game that came out last year, year before, the Technomancer?
No.
Oh, Technomancer, Technomage, Technomancer, something like that. But yeah, they have this electric staff, and
I'm getting like those droids in Star Wars.
yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. It's basically what Kato is now.
Do any of you want any of the ciphers?
Is there any free ones? Let me have a look.
I can carry the pills.
You guys figure out which ones you want first, because you got the fancy thing.
And yeah, you're in a town. If things go back to normal, you could probably sell some of that stuff if you don't want to keep it, or you have to worry about any cipher sickness. Beat stick. But yeah, Corbin, you were going to check out the brain?
Should we wait until next time since T-Bone isn't here? No. He will miss that information.
If you want.
Nah, I mean, it's fine. Just give it to me. You can always put what it does in the chat box.
Brain. Alright, so the brain, it's petrified. It's a human-sized rock shaped like a brain, and it's kind of giving off you notice a little bit of heat. It's the creature is dead, but there still seems to be some sort of power of some sort.
I scan it, find out any more information.
Yep, you think this could possibly be used once, kind of like a battery charger. Like it could be used to restore power to a depleted artifact.
I say, Kato, here, you should carry this.
A brain?
I think if once you use up your artifact, this will restore it.
Interesting. I'll hold on to it.
And with that, I think we'll call it a session.
Sounds good.
Okay. Before that, do you want me to balloon the suit so no one has to carry it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just tie it to like my shoulder or something.
And that frees up a slot for you, right? For carrying a.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a rope. Okay. Where's back?
Okay, so that's going to do it for today's stream. Hope you all enjoyed watching some of Numenera, the rise of Hagrosth. Things are getting interesting. They took out the
carry
threats.
The rope and then use the gravity thing.
They may be able to find out some more useful information
but
about
then
what was
you
actually
you
going
now
on.
have a free slot, right? To carry a cipher.
Mhm.
So, yeah. We may be playing tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk with the guys because I don't think we're doing D&D tomorrow. But I'm gonna get out of here. We may do another stream later on today, a normal stream. But for now, that's it. Take care and thanks for watching.
Have a great day and we hope to see you again soon. Well, I do at least. I hope my third does too.